So I'm Quentin Young, and this is Second Story Garage, and we're here with Chris Daniels and the Kings. Thanks a lot for coming in today.
Yeah, man, that was great.
Yeah,
It's
so
our pressure.
it sounded great in here. There was a full sound, but man, those horns, and that's kind of what you've brought to rock music here in Colorado, I think.
When we started 30 years ago in 1984, there weren't any horn bands around. You know, it's kind of, there weren't really, I mean, you think about what was going on, it was kind of big hair and new wave, and we weren't either.
Was that you?
Yeah, no, it wasn't us. So, we just fell in love with that horn sound. And it was supposed to be a one-night stand. Be careful of those. So we were going to do this for just one night at the Blue Note. And we actually followed the Freddie Henchy Band, was there the night before us. And then it was Chris Daniels and the Kings, March 14th. And it's going to be a one-night stand. People liked it so much, we actually wound up winning the Best of Westward poll like the next year, and then the Daily Camera poll the next year after that. So.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that, Chris?
That was 30 years ago, Bones.
Okay.
Right, so this is your 30th anniversary.
Yeah, it's our 30th anniversary.
Sarama.
And Bones and I have been playing music together for 44 years.
I used to live in a teepee across the street in Mounds Park.
And they took you in anyway.
Now it's a road.
True story. All of these crazy guys, Sonny Landreth, this amazing slide guitar player, lived up there.
Sonny.
Yeah, it was great.
He was okay.
So you have Freddie Gowdy from that. A lot of people know from that Freddie Henchy Band.
Yeah, those were the good old days, and we played Boulder and Colorado about the same time Chris played, so it was always Chris Daniels and Freddie Henchy Band, and Chris Daniels, Freddie Henchy Band. We kind of followed each other, but we never really knew each other. We knew of each other, and we spoke, changing our equipment and stuff.
We'd see them on the road, broken down, or they'd see us in the road, that wave going by.
Keep on going. But Chris and I, we've been knowing each other for quite a while.
Yeah.
We've always had respect for each other, always liked each other's music, and always just had fun when we started.
So, Chris, you were inducted into the Colorado Music Hall of Fame last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a huge honor to be there.
And I think you're our first Hall of Famer.
That's a great thing.
So, I mean, what did that experience? That must make you reflect on like your role in Colorado music.
It's a dual thing. The first part of it is you start realizing, the body of work that you put behind you is pretty good, and then there's the thing where you're going, but I'm still alive, man. I got more to do, and in my case, I'm really lucky to be alive, because of some health stuff. So, it was very much of an honor, but it was also sort of the period at the end of the sentence and realizing, okay, now what's the next sentence?
Yeah.
Bones.
This guy knows how to keep a band together. I've been in this band for 20
some odd years.
I was number 2 on the list for longevity. We're all the bass players, the oldest.
Yeah.
And I'd never been in a band longer than a year.
What's the trick? What do you do? Is it the money? Is it the...
He just does everything for you. Show up at the gig and 1, 2, 3, 4. You notice how I started all the songs?
Yeah. They all started
I'll
kind
tell
of
you,
like
when he went down, a couple of 3 years ago, and we decided, hey, let's keep this together,
Yeah.
And we had our first rehearsal. And we were upstairs in my house, and we went 1, 2, 3, 4, and nothing. I mean, he starts everything. I didn't know how to start out. The drummer didn't know how to start out. The bass player, so we need him. That's all there's to it. And
it's good to be.
It's a good ploy.
So you're not done yet, obviously.
No,
and you just told me about a new album that you're working on.
Yeah, well, Freddie and the Freddie Henchy Band were just idols to us, because these guys, they had the baddest funk band. It was the first funk band. I mean, they did everything. If you go on your YouTube there and look up some of the old stuff from like the 70s, you got to see Freddie in a full gold lame suit.
I sat in one set with those guys 15 years ago, man.
So these guys were just our heroes. And when Henchy died,
I wasn't in shape enough to do it.
We were all, it's just like, oh man, we went to the thing and we were all sort of sad about it. I don't know, it was about a year later. I'd just gotten back from, going through the leukemia stuff.
Yeah.
And I saw Freddie, and I said, "Man, what are you doing?" He said, "No, nothing." I said, "You can't do that. You can't retire again." So we started last summer, and drag his house
fun,
out.
too.
Oh,
It's been a blast. One thing about with Chris and Bones and the other guys in the band, they play everything. They can go from swing to R&B. They can play funk. They can play rock. They can play anything you can think of. These guys can play it. We just play R&B and funk, but Chris plays the whole everything, anything you can think of. So
And
you got to be ready.
and we never
When you're in
practice.
this band,
We never
you got to
practice.
be ready.
No practicing allowed.
And he doesn't have a set list. It comes
No,
from
no
the
set list. Can't do that.
yeah, I know. I work by audibles. It's
Yeah.
like I watch the audience.
Yeah.
So
the
the new record I'm really excited about because we're going to really kind of drill down. There's this wonderful new movement of, people rediscovering that great old soul music sound.
Yeah.
That sort of, that Memphis,
Yeah.
Booker T and the MGs, that New Orleans kind of meters, that great old funky sound with horns. And people are rediscovering it. And there's great new artists, that are just, what's his name, Alan Stone. All these great new artists who are so for us, it's just a chance to really drill down.
To jump on it.
It seems like the kind of music that it doesn't matter what you're into, what you put on at home. You could just have fun listening.
Yeah, I mean, it's really
And it's got to be timeless.
yeah. That's the thing. The cool thing about this music is it's not something you put on to complain about the universe.
Right, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. You had some people dancing.
There's great singer-songwriters who do that. That's their job.
Yeah.
Our job is to make you dance.
Well, here's to another 30 years.
Hey, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
Thank you so
We
much.
had a
Thanks
great
for-
time today.
a lot of
Thanks so
fun.
much for having us
You
here.
got to make sure and watch these videos. A lot of fun.
All right.
Excellent. This is Second Story Garage.